Hey guys, we are at the Utah Fieldhouse of Natural History in eastern Utah, and this museum is actually quite a hidden gem. It displays many things from the Cenozoic and all the way up. Now they particularly focus on the Uinta Formation and the Morrison Formation because that's what mostly surrounds this region in eastern Utah. But today I'm kind of celebrating all paleontology because even though I have the book Mega Crocs, the book does explore various forms of paleontology and really just exploring questions so we can better understand paleontology. This museum right here does a great job with displays with very interactive educational material, from lights that glow on the floor to an amazing diorama with Uintatheriums. But this one I'm going to focus on right here because it's all about getting closer to the truth, but also how we communicate the truth. When I was a child, 25 years ago, there was this fun rumor going around amongst children, especially junior high school kids, about this particular dinosaur. And it's Stegosaurus, of course. And now Stegosaurus has not been short on controversy, especially with those plates, on how it used those plates, what it used them for. And yes, even some people said they could potentially try to glide or fly with them. I personally do not agree with that hypothesis, but there's been a lot of fun things speculated about this animal, and sometimes overhyped, such as the size of its brain. But I'm going to talk about this little specimen over here. When I was a kid, it was overemphasized how they had a second brain in their hips. This is not true. In fact, let's see if I can get a better angle on that. What you are looking at is the sacral region of the Stegosaurus. Kind of, it goes in where the pelvis is, right? There we go. And in the sacral region, you're going to see this gap right there. It's about the size of a baseball. That is actually where a ganglion goes. And a ganglion is like a nerve cluster, and it can be pretty dense in some species. And some people who maybe reported that out and kind of got trickled back down to the masses, to non-paleontology, non-zoology related people, they interpreted that ganglion as a second brain. And so it was always toted around that Stegosaurus had a teeny brain, but made up for it with its butt brain, is exact words I've heard before. That is not true. Even us humans have ganglion that serve us as just kind of like additional processing centers that help you kind of complete certain functions without having to think too deeply into it. It can be basic motor control and many other things. But it's just a beautiful example of how someone's discovery can be misinterpreted with correct-ish information, and it can become very, very, very poorly understood information that becomes false information. So in the world of science, paleontology is one of those really amazing sciences that acts as a gateway to get people excited about all sciences. Paleontology is an investigation above everything else. It shows us a window into our natural history. It tells great stories about the characters that have been on our planet well before us. But it also teaches us methodology and gets kids excited about the science. As an investigator, we have to use biomechanics, we have to use forensics of where is the scar tissue, how are these things built, and how did they live? And if we, as scientists, can at least acknowledge that there is challenges in there and that we're not always going to get it right, but our main goal is to properly interpret the information in ways that others can enjoy it, understand it, and utilize it. And if we don't do that, then we run the risk of people misinterpreting it and getting a really weird idea, such as the Stegosaurus butt brain. Guys, my name is Jason. I'm the author of Mega Crocs you can find on Amazon. And even though we explore Mega Crocs in particular, we do all zoology and paleontology. And please subscribe for more so you can learn a little bit more about our natural world and our modern world together. Thanks so much, guys.